Right, so far I'm about 10 minutes in. Looking around, this show's massive. It's a lot bigger than the painting and decorating show in Coventry, at the Coventry Arena. But clearly, ScrewFix are a big company. I was just trying to work out how many ScrewFixes there are in Nottingham, and I could count 4, all in my vicinity. So how many are up and down the country? We're over on the Mikwaukee stand and they've got one of the TT race bikes. Now, Beckwith Decorators sponsors a bike racer over in the Isle of Man, Owen. And he was at the GP Manx Grand Prix in Isle of Man, well, in August. So, very close to our heart, bike racing over in the Isle of Man. So we're having a good walk round and typical UK weather, it's slinging it down with rain. Now, I don't want to forget the stands that are outside. We've got the DeWalt tools that are all being demoed. All the way down there, you can see them in the background. Don't want to stay outside too long because I'm getting wet. I've got the Mikwaukee stuff as well. Give us a wave, give us a wave. Do you want to quickly tell me what you've got on offer today? Or not so much price, but what you're showing?
So we're here today literally just to show off some of our products. I'm Matt with Milwaukee, and this is our Gen 4 Impact with our lovely spade bits. As you can see, absolutely chews through woods. Some of our accessories, best on the market. A massive push this year with over 3,000 total, 300 hand tools, 280 different M18 products, and 115 M12. Here you can see the different sizes. And the weight difference is astounding.
Right.
Your M12.
I'm trying not to talk over it. People
No
get
fun.
on to me for talking over people.
No fun.
That's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that weight, it's important to mention, just due to you're getting into tight spaces, working overhead, and that's something that we really do focus on. You know, we're innovators, and we do try and innovate and suit the needs for all different ranges, all different trades, and that's what Milwaukee is all about.
Being a Philistine, I don't know whether I'm allowed to say that. I can't say being a Philistine anymore. One drill's the same as the next drill.
Not true. I'd like to argue not true. I think with our innovation, with our research and development, and our battery technology at the heart of all of that, I think we stand above and beyond the drill. The power that we're able to put out in our combi drills, 156 Newton meters of torque on that combi drill, means it allows it to stand above and beyond everyone else's. And now we're even improving with the safety technology as well, covering the users from accidents and injuries on the job site, making them more productive than ever before.
It's good. I had to say that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
One drill's exactly the same as the other.
Yeah, put us in a tight spot there.
Yeah, thank you. I just hope everybody could have heard you.
Hopefully.
That's right. And are these something that you sell as well, the heated jackets?
Heated jackets. This is the gilet Matt's got on the hard shell.
Because there's a painter and decorator that does outsides.
Yeah.
We like to keep them.
Yeah, 100%. And then we've also got thermal layers, skin layers as well, t-shirts, hats, hoodies, you name it. And if you keep an eye on the scene, shoes and cargo trousers may or may not come in the near future.
Do you do them in white for the decorator?
We do not. They'll be red and black.
Red and black, stick with the brands.
But do you do a radio for the site worker?
We do
100%.
a radio, so
100%. This is our M12.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing piece of kit. For a single speaker, the noise output is amazing. You're going to be able to feel the entire job site. You can customize the bass, the treble.
Yeah.
It has an inbuilt charger on the back, so you can charge your appliances through the USB. You plug it into the mains, and it will actually charge your M12 batteries as well. You know, depending on the noise level, on the volume level, you are looking at all-day runtime as well.
That's good. So being a decorator, we only do 6-hour days, so that'll be plenty.
Typical.
Yeah, that's good. Right.
So, hi, I'm Alex from Milwaukee, as well as Matt. I just want to highlight some of our lighting systems that we have. Got the little M12 one, and we've also got the M12, both tower lights. Now, in the painting and decorating scene, these are great for seeing if you've done your job right, because with our TrueView technology in all of our lighting products, even our little stand lights just like this, I'll try not to shine it into the camera, it'll allow you to see the truest colors, won't give off that yellow tinge, won't give off that yellow glow, meaning you can see exactly what you've done, how you've done it, and if you've left a good finish for the customer at the end of the day. Another product I'd like to highlight is our M18 vacuum. This is it wet dry? I think it is. Yeah, wet dry vac. It's got all the accessories you may want inside, ranging from, well, a flatter bit, tighter spaces as well, with a litre capacity of 7.5 litre capacity. And I'm now putting this in wrong. There we go.
These are also good for car cleaning.
Yes.
Yeah, and van cleaning.
It really is. HEPA filter inbuilt. And you can swap out the filters. We do sell them separately for both wet and dry applications. The power of it is amazing.
Well, we've got some sawdust down there. And it'll also suck and blow, so there you go.
Oh, we like a bit of suck and blowing.
We do. Well, we're all blokes on the scene right now. And then a final product I'd like to show you guys is our two SDSs. So we've got the little M12 version here, 0.9 joules of impact energy in a little diddy sort of size. I'll give it to you again. You can tell me that that's nice and light.
Yeah, that's not very heavy.
In those tight spaces, getting in all those nooks and crannies, that is perfect. And it's going to be man enough to fit the job as well. Now
I'm just going to interact on this one because we think, what do we need one of these for? As a decorator, sometimes you're putting up shelves, you might be putting up fittings for curtain rails and things like that. Now, I often go to places and my other brand isn't up to the job. It's not got enough power, and one of these actually would go straight through that catkin lintel.
This unit here is actually rated for up to 13 mil in concrete.
Right.
So it will do a great job going into 13 mil diameter. A lot of the time, guys are using it just for their 5.5s.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where the weight of the M12 really does come into its own. The power to weight ratio that you have is just amazing.
Good.
And then we turn that to the alternative of the bigger SDS here. This is 2.5 joules of impact energy, a lot more weight. I'll give it to you again. You probably tell me that there is a lot more weight there.
I can't handle a big one on my left hand.
And this is for those reinforced concrete applications. So maybe in the painting and decorating scene, not as applicable, but if you're going into those tougher materials, need a bit of oomph, bit of power, this is what you need.
But there's a lot of decorators now that are multi-trade and do kitchen fitting and joinery work.
100%.
And a little bit of building work as well. So this is still relevant.
100%. And we've got a small demonstration, which we can show you. We've got some breeze block out there, which is currently getting nice and wet.
Yeah, I'm going to stand under the cover because my expensive camera's not waterproof.
Sure. And we will go straight through the block, and then you guys can see from one end to the other just how quickly the difference is.
Yeah.
So we will start with the big one. Straight through.
That's just like a hot knife through butter.
And then we compare it to the M12, remembering that this is 2.1 joules less. And we'll just see that this is just as good, just as quick.
Yeah. It wasn't too much longer behind it, was it?
No, exactly. But this, for this sort of application on a breeze block, is perfect for that. If anything, this is probably a bit too overkill.
That's good. And do we dare ask about price? All right, then we'll move on.
Prices
could vary. There's a special price at ScrewFix.
Exactly, exactly. If you're coming up for the weekend, you can pick these up at a very good price. But normally at ScrewFix, they are very competitive on pricing as well, all over, no matter where you live in the country.
Yeah, that's fine. Good.
We talk about the MX4 bits?
Yeah, we can. So these are on relatively new MX4 bits. And Matt's an expert on these, so I'll let him take over.
And he can have the microphone then.
Yeah.
So during that demonstration, you saw Alex use the SDS, and we did have the MX4 bits. You can see the industry standard here is the M2s, which if you look at the head, is flat. We also only have 2 flutes going down the body, whereas the Milwaukee MX4 bits, we have 4 flutes and a cross tip. Now, these flutes, they help with heat dissipation and material removal, which helps the lifetime of the bit, as well as the crosshead helping melt through rebar. So this is where going through your concrete with your rebar in there, your harder applications, this is the bit you're going to want. It's not going to snag, it's not going to hurt the user. So for safety and productivity, this is the solution.
And the bits will last longer, so you spend less money over those short periods of time.
Yeah. So they might cost you in the short term a bit more money than something else that might be on Amazon and eBay or something, but longevity, you're going to get a lot more
100%
wear out of it.
I mean, put it this way, you've got 4 times the life comparing these to these.
Yeah.
It's not 4 times the price.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. Quality remembered long after price is forgot.
Exactly.
Good. Right, thank you very much, Alex and Matt. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good. And we're just looking at one more product that would have not probably helped me on the M1 last night when I'd got 2 blown out tyres, but a tyre pump is always very handy to keep in the van. We all know about this, don't we? So we've got Matt and Alex going to demo, well, Alex? Matt. Is going to just demo what we do.
Yeah, so I'm Matt. This is our M12 inflator. This is rated for up to 120 PSI, which is crazy considering its size and its weight. Like you say, perfect for keeping in the back of a vehicle, tucked away. And it's pretty powerful. Comes with all the different attachments you're going to need. And as simple as choosing which pressure and pressing a button.
Yeah. That's great. And if you've already got the drills with the batteries, it stands to reason you'd probably want something like that.
Yep.
Because it'll go with your radio.
Exactly.
And
so
go with.
If you've got that drill, that battery will fit in there.
Perfect for pressure testing.
And is that powerful enough to take off your wheel nuts and things like that?
We're talking
Yeah.
It's probably not that sort of.
Not specifically designed for it. It would probably still do the job.
This is an impact drill drive, but if you had the M12 impact wrench, that would
be. Yeah.
Not your Arctics and your things like that, obviously, or your tractors.
No.
Your vans, your cars, your motorbikes.
Yeah,
that's fair enough. No, good.
We do actually have in size one of our new products. It's the compact M12 wrench. You're talking 750 Newton meters of breakaway, and I believe it's 550 of nut tightening.
That's what I like.
For the size of it, it's absolutely amazing. Please go check it out.
Brilliant. Good. Thank you very much, Matt and Alex.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, we're over on one of the stands. Now, if you see in that top corner, I put my glasses on. I'm trying to be like a Keir Starmer, look a bit more intelligent with specs. Sorry. If you look in that top corner, I've tried a few of these paints from Fortress via ScrewFix over the last few months. Now, I've told you before, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't promote products that are given to me. I'd like to do my own investigation on what paint's like. I've tried their Fortress's satin, I've tried the gloss, and I've tried the primer undercoat. Very good results with all those. You know, what I thought about the gloss, wasn't too happy, you know, can't win them all. But a lot of questions that get asked me is, I've got bare plaster. Now, I'm always one that's going to say, if you've got bare plaster, always go for a dedicated bare plaster primer. Now, I've done videos where I've mentioned about ScrewFix and selling no-nonsense bare plaster primer. Now, ScrewFix don't do no-nonsense paints now. They've now moved on to Fortress. As you can see there, Fortress Trade. Fortress Trade actually do a bare plaster primer. I'm going to come into it and show you. If you can see that, we have a bare plaster primer, which is what I would say to people. If you have bare plaster, get some of this. If it feels a bit thick when you're applying it and it's pulling and it feels a bit round, i.e. a bit thick, don't be frightened to pour a bit of water in it, because it's your surface tension, it's your porosity of the actual surface that's pulling that paint into it. And the key, I'll say the key, the reason you use a paint to even out that porosity is because it gives you a sound base for the finished paints that you're going over the top. Because if you put a paint straight onto a bare plaster surface, which is alkali surface, it sits on it, it dries out, the moisture soaks straight into that bare plaster, and it just leaves you all the pigments, the resins and all the bits that make up a paint. That is in effect why you use something that is geared up that will soak naturally into that bare plaster. So that's why you go for a bare plaster primer. And I'm going to say to you, if you are looking at doing some painting on newly skinned walls, make sure that you've allowed it to dry. Just give it a dust over in case there's any dust on the surface, and go with something like that. Once you've got that on and it's dry, you can give it a rub down, and then you can actually do a bit of filling up if it needs it. You can always spot prime over the top before you put your finish coats on. So that said, I've just spoke about that. Fortress do a multitude of paints now. I'm just seeing you've got the undercoats, you've got rattler can spray tins, you know, rattler cans of paint. Stain killer. Now let's just have a quick look at this. Suitable for walls and ceilings. Seals, I need my Keir Starmer glasses on. Seals water, mildew and common household stains. That I'm going to check. I doubt whether that would stop knots in wood, because knots in wood need something like a shellac base product. There are some dedicated water-based products now that require a couple of coats to actually do stain blocking properties. But the other two things that stop knots are aluminium leafing primer and gold leaf. Anything else is questionable. So that is a stain blocker, stain sealer, if you've got watermarks on a ceiling. Again, always read the back of the can, and I would probably say this will say 2 coats, 2 light coats will stop that stain coming through once it's dried. So that's that. what else have we got? Heat resistant paint. So if you've got things, barbecues, stuff, metal, you want to just coat up and tidy up. There's also radiator paint, and we're coming across to the core lines. You've got your undercoats, you've got your glosses, and you've got your eggshells. And you know, in that video there, my left shoulder, I thought the satin paint was really good. Multi-surface primer. If in doubt, multi-surface primer will cover a multitude of surfaces. Metals, galvanised. Always read the back of the tin. Drying time 6 hours. Quick drying, so it is a water-based product. Put your primers on, put your undercoats on before you put your top coats on. So just looking up there, you've got your contract mat. That you get away with it using that on ceilings. It's ideal because it'll be a low sheen level, to be flat as a pancake. And then once you go to that next level up from contract mat, you go to a vinyl mat. And your vinyl mat is your finished paints, which is suitable for walls and ceilings. But woodwork-wise, you've got your glosses, you've got your eggshells. You've also, I see up in the top corner, you've got varnishes. So really we're covering all the paints that the DIY, the amateur will probably be requiring. These are all available at ScrewFix, that's great. They come across to the sundries as well. You've got your synthetic brushes, which are now ideal for your water-based paints. You've got multiple packs. You've got all your other sundries as well. You've got your rollers and your dust sheets and your floor protections. If you see just down there, you've also got your scuttles, your paint roller buckets, as I call them, and you've got your liners. Now, if you wanted a starter kit, I'm just going to run over there like Superman. I'm going to say nobody sent me one of these starter kits out to try, but never mind. Probably didn't need one anyway because I've got a lot of the tools in my toolbox anyway. But this is a 20-piece big box decorator set. It's got all the stuff you need to start off your painting and decorating at home when you've got a bank holiday weekend. You've got a roller tray with a liner, you've got a roller, you've got a mixing stick with also a scraper on it to scrape down your brush and your roller when you come to clean it out. And you've got your mini rollers as well. So in that box there that is available from ScrewFix is all you'll need to start with your DIY projects. So that's it. I've had a look at the Fortress paint and it's all here. And if you are available, obviously next year to come to ScrewFix Live, you can see these trade stands and actually talk to the people that are actually promoting and pushing these products forward through ScrewFix. Okie dokie, we're over on the Ox stand now, and if you can see this, can you see this? It's the Ox Speed Skim Semi-Flex 600 mm. Now, if you remember, not too long ago, in that corner, I had a video that went quite viral about roll-on plaster. Now, I did mention that Ox do skimming tools for roll-on plaster. Unfortunately, I couldn't get hold of any Ox products to try out with that roll-on plaster. That roll-on plaster is available through Juicens, B&Q, all places like that. Watch that video. But you'll probably need the tools to do it properly. Now, Ox are a brand that actually do the tools for skimming roll-on plaster, and if I can make my way through the crowd and the hordes, I will show you some more of their products. So here we are. These are the skimming tools that you can actually use with that roll-on plaster that we were demoing, and as I say, these are available through ScrewFix. Juicens as well sell them, and you can get them online. Various sizes, but very handy to have when you are doing the roll-on plaster. Can you see the big boys there? And next to it, because we are talking about decorating related things, decent quality roller pole. You can't go wrong with a decent quality roller pole. Again, Ox product and available through ScrewFix. Right, just having a walk round. I'm over at the big wipe stand and I'm going to talk to Jack, or I'm going to try and do my best not to talk over Jack. Jack will tell us the products he's got. Now, if you've seen my video there where I did a walk around of the painting and decorating show in Coventry last year, I didn't actually talk to anybody off the big white stand because my day was that busy. Trying to cram it all into only about 6 hours is very difficult. Now I'm at the ScrewFix live show. I've got a little bit more time. I'm here for 2 days, so the stands that I've probably missed previously at other trade events, I'm trying to pick up on here. But Jack is very willing to actually promote his stuff, tell us what it's all about. Again, I'm coming in as a decorator, but these products aren't just for the decorator, they're for everybody. Very handy to have, but Jack will tell us a little bit more about it, the information that I don't know. So I'll pass you over to the capable hands of Jack.
Yeah, thank you, Phil. We're here on the Big White Stand at ScrewFix Live. And we've got a couple of products here to take you through. And as sort of Phil said, it's not just painting and decorating, although we do a massive amount of business in that sector. It's anybody in repair, maintenance, and home improvements. So plumbers, electricians, roofers, people doing kitchens and bathrooms. So let's get down to it. I'll show you how the products work. This is silicone sealant over here. This is pretty much the worst thing you'd be, misfortunate enough to get on your hands, tools, and your surfaces. But it could be anything. It could be adhesive. It could be any sort of sticky, nasty, messy stuff. It could be bitumen. Over here, now this is quite relevant to you guys. This is oil-based high gloss. So this is actually Dulux trade paint. Much more difficult to get off your hands than water-based paint or emulsion. Very tricky to get out the hairs in your arm as well. Over here, we've got some graphite grease for the automotive and the car enthusiasts, and we've got some multi-purpose grease as well. So we've covered all bases there. But it's not just about hand, it's about tools, and of course it's about cleaning surfaces. The expectation nowadays is that you don't just turn up and fix the problem and shove off, you clean the place to leave it in a better situation than you found it. So these are the scrub-sided wipes over here with the blue fabric. Now these are best for cleaning your hands. As soon as they make contact, they're trying to get the dirt off. Apply a little bit of elbow grease, a small amount of agitation, and generally you can get about that much off in one go. So that was a couple of seconds. We use closed cell technology fabric. I'll say that again, closed cell technology fabric. And that means that the dirt doesn't come back off onto your hands once you've cleaned. You can take that and then clean a surface as well. That'll take the dirt clean off there. There are more applications per single use of a big wipe than any other wipe on the market. So you'll notice how that's not redepositing any of the grime back on there. And last but not least, I haven't forgotten about the hairs in my arm. You can take that off as well. And these products just keep on cleaning. Any industrial grime, any muck, dirt, they'll take it straight off. And I wasn't even using the textured side of the wipe on this hand. I got that hand for free. All of that dirt contained in one wipe. There you go. The products are dermatologically tested and cosmetically graded, so they'll never dry your hands out. They contain 4 different skin conditioners to protect your hands as well as being antibacterial. So it really is an all-in-one toolkit essential for every professional tradesperson.
3 minutes, 45 seconds. Wow.
Probably quite a lot. You probably have to cut that down.
I think Jack's done that before, and don't want to lower the tone, but Jack is a little bit like me. We're manly. Let's call it manly.
Hairy, yes.
I'm going to say my wife loves it. I don't know whether she thinks, well, it's probably...
No, my husband does too. So.
Yeah. But a big problem with me is when I get home and I've got stuff over my arms, and particularly the hairs in my arms, and my wife says, how are you going to get that out? I say, I'll have a shower. It doesn't always come out. Now, having seen this product being demoed, it's one of your toolkit products. You've got to call it a toolkit product that you keep in the van, because there's nothing worse than looking like a scruffy painter and decorator that you're leaving a job, turning up at a job, or just generally looking, I don't say looking like your trade, because we obviously want to look like our trade when we wear white overalls and we've got nice clean clothes on when we're decorating. But there's nothing worse than turning up to a job and you've still got paint on your hands from the day before. So this product is one of those things that now we've seen it demoed. Wow, I'm just going to say wow. What more can I say? I'm going to say thank you very much to Jack for demoing it. I wish I'd have touched base with them before when I've seen them at the trade shows, because it is something that really needs to be put out there. And my channel is available to actually promote things like this.
you might not notice it, but if someone walks in, they can see that mist in the air, that paint now is bouncing back, okay? So we do advise people, anybody spraying indoors.
We've just got Craig Phillips doing a demo with the Wagner spray equipment. Craig Phillips also is a big follower of my channel, as of I am with him. Such a nice bloke. I'm not just saying it, he's really such a nice bloke. He's got plenty of time for everybody. If you want to talk to him, you can do. He's genuinely interested in what you're telling him and having a natter. Met him a few times now. Painting and decorating show in Coventry.
I turn it this way.
Various places.
The trigger itself, that's going to project more paint coming out. So you've got more or less paint, whether you go forward or the back. We're going to have it in the middle.
But I will say, if you do want to know about spraying, I do have spray videos on my YouTube channel.
But that air is pressurised in this reservoir. The paint's not going to come out until I pull the... Don't know all these details next. You do the frame as well. It runs in it. You don't like going through it. You've got your time, and you should take your time. Unfortunately, you have to take your time with the brush. Was it 40 minutes at one side or two? Just one side? Okay, that's why you're interested. Okay. Anyone else painted doors? You? Phil, you're a professional, Phil. He uses brushes and paint sprays. Anyone else painting the doors? You have a paint there, don't mind. 40 minutes either side, okay. But on average, most people will take me about 30 minutes, but they probably just trying to sound good on. Let's say 30 to 40 minutes to spray one side of the door. How many doors are in your house on average? Not Phil, he's got 14 doors in each wing of his house. You've got about 82. How many doors you have in your house? You've got 10. There's 20 sides. 20 sides, we'll do the math, 40 minutes, 20 sides, how long is that going to take you? Hours, let's say a weekend to do it right. A weekend, 40 minutes, okay. So, here we go, let's do a little bit on this then. So I'm holding this, I'll do that one in a minute so you can see. I'm holding this nozzle probably about 4 inches away from the surface. And I'm simply going up and down. I'll just do half it and then we'll stop. Okay, so this door's never been painted before. The new ones, they have a primer on there. The first coat will soak in there, so you will start to get a little bit of blotching on there. When I've finished this demonstration, I want you to all come up and have a little look at the detail. Even you, Phil, the professional, you come up and have a little look at all the details around the pattern on that door. And then be honest with yourself, do you think you could do it as good with a paintbrush? I'm not going to ask could you do it as quick with a paintbrush because I think we all know the answer to that one. But basically, that is the finish what you're going to get. Using a gloss, undercoat, primer, eggshell, satin, wood preservative, lacquers, water-based and oil-based paints, and even chalk and mineral paints can go through this one. I'm an ambassador to French sheet paint. It's a chalk and mineral paint, and they make a fusion built one. It's got like a wax in it, and it's fantastic for garden furniture, and it works perfectly with all four of the units. But that's the type of speed. Did anyone count? I mean, how long it took to do that? Say 10, 20 seconds. You start to get me upset now, aren't you? All that time you invested in your paintbrush and your roller. You know what I ask the people? I ask certainly a lot of trade personnel. I say to them, do you value your time? Does anyone in here not value their time? Because time's something we can't get back, you know? Sorry. You're not washing out? Yes, that's right, because you're washing them forever, aren't you, in a brush? And you think you've cleaned a brush and a roller, and then you come to use it 6 months later, it's not gone, you throw it in the bin. It's a false economy and it's bad for the environment. So basically, that is the one setting on there. You've seen I'm spraying up and down at the moment. Yeah. We can turn the nozzle this way, and we can spray left to right. I'll do it with this door so we can see on here. And each time I'm spraying, what I'm doing, I'm going over the area by about 50%. So that's about a third of the area done now. Probably only about 10 seconds on there now. 15 seconds maybe. Okay, I haven't gone right to the end because if I was at home, I would have a frame on here and I would have masked up along the edge of the frame where the plaster work is. So I'm putting it down on there. But as you can see, you've got the choice then to spray up and down or left to right. When people are doing their fence panels and you have the whirly lap boards, they tend to spray left to right on them. When people are spraying doors like this or like this shape, they'll tend to spray up and down. You can also turn this nozzle to the centre. So if you've got spindles or little railings, thin railings at home that you want to paint, this nozzle here now will give you a very, very narrow path over with very, very little overspray either side. Remember we said earlier, the key thing is keeping this nozzle about 4 to 6 inches away from the surface. If we're using, excuse me, the larger reservoir and we're doing our emulsion paint or our masonry paints, the pass over the paint with this high spray technology is going to go a little bit wider and you'll be probably going about 6 inches away, which is about 150 millimeters away from the surface, and spray it up and down, or you can turn that also and spray left to right on there.
Right, we're cracking on today at ScrewFix Live, and I've stumbled across, I'm not going to say stumbled across, because a new LickPro were here, and this is one of the reasons that I've actually come down to ScrewFix Live and had a 3-hour drive last night. Now, we're over on the LickPro stand. We want to talk to Tash. She's their colour expert. LickPro, Lick are great supporters of my channel. You know that there's a video there that went out actually only a few days ago as you're watching this. It's coming to the end of my actual room makeover, my adult lounge, whatever, it's, yeah, you know, a bit more grown-up lounge makeover at my own house. I like to try paints out on my own jobs, on my own house, to see what they're like before I actually put them out into the field, because it wouldn't be fair to go cold into a job and say, oh, let's try this, and I don't know what it's like. If you remember back, there's a playlist there where I did my kids' games room stroke television room, where I painted it black. That room is fantastic. Now, I did that 12 months ago, and you know the negativity I had because I used the matte paint on the walls and it was black. It finger marks, it shows marks. I knew it would do. Black is one of those colours that does show things like that. That doesn't take away the quality of the paint, because I was very happy with the opacity. The overall finish is fantastic, and hence why I went to the adult room that I've got at my house that we've done in LickPro as well. So it's enough about me, I'm talking again. I'm going to pass you over to Tash. I'm going to try again not to talk over anybody. Tash has a mic on her. She will tell you all about paint colours and probably a little bit about LickPro before we actually go on to speaking to the chief Nacho. Is it the Nacho or Honcho?
Yeah, to be fair, our Charlie, who is our head of our LickPro range, will be very upset if I take his limelight. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll pass you over to Tash and let her say what she wants.
Hi everyone, lovely to meet you. So in our LickPro and in our Lick range, we have 100 colours. And the thing with our palette is we really wanted to not give our decorators and our customers colour paralysis. Now, that is where you are faced with too much choice. We wanted to simplify the range and have 100 colours that are rich in the most gorgeous pigments. So our colours look so beautiful in all different room types, in all different room directions. You can have so much confidence when you're decorating with them. Now, I've designed the palette, so if you look at the 100 colours, they all sit together and work well together. So if you are looking at choosing a colour, it is so easy. Look at the room that you're decorating. And the first thing that I would always recommend that you do is you want to work out what the purpose of that room is. Is it a room that you're spending lots of time in during the day? Or is it a room that you go to at night and you look at it in artificial light? That will very much change the way the colour looks. So my biggest advice to everyone on this channel is if you are choosing a paint colour, get a sample. Our samples are 100% true colour match. So we've got our peel and stick samples, which you can stick onto the wall. You can move them around and see what they look like in different areas of the room, in different lights. I always say, try your sample at home, see what the colour looks like with your furniture, and then go ahead and get the paint. We've got our LickPro range that if you have got a project on at the moment and you've got a decorator booked in, he can buy LickPro from ScrewFix and get all of that range. And then we've got our Lick range, which is more for the home DIY account. And that you can buy in B&Q. You can go to any one of your local B&Q stores and pick up the paint right there. And also you can get all of our samples there as well. We've got two finishes in our Lick range. We've got our matte and our eggshell. What you'll notice is both our products can go on every surface. So they can go on your walls, your ceiling, and your woodwork. So if you love a colour and you love a matte finish, have the confidence to know that you can paint that colour on everything. And it, like you said, it's wipeable, it's low bulk, it's scrubbable, it's all of those lovely things. I personally, and this might be up for discussion, but I love an eggshell finish, and I actually really like it on the walls as well. I like that little bit of sheen, and I think that little bit of sheen looks really good if you have an area that's lacking natural sunlight and it's a bit darker. Go for an eggshell because it reflects more natural light around the room. So this is great for like a windowless bathroom or a narrow hallway. I would always recommend going for the eggshell finish. And then in larger rooms like your living room or your kitchen, go for a matte finish. Guys, we are always here at Lick to help you or answer any questions that you have. I answer anything on colour related or like what colours to pair well with, all of that. We're here to help you. Or Charlie is going to come and talk to you about the difference in ranges. So I hope that was helpful.
So now we're here with Charlie. He's going to go a little bit more in depth into how paints are made up, you know, pigments, titanium dioxide and bits and pieces like that, resins, and dare I say the word PVA in paint.
So today we're here with LickPro, I should say. And most importantly, our new LickPro Max Plus, which is heavily, I see as Phil saying, it's got heavy titanium dioxide inside it. So super white, super strong, super durable. As we like to say, maximum strength, maximum opacity, maximum coverage. So this is our Class 1 scrub rating. We also have just introduced our tinted vinyl matte, which has our Class 2 scrub rating. So you get the same opacity, same coverage, and the same great quality across both lines. You just have your Class 1 scrubbable and your Class 2 wipeable. So, as you said, we've got, we are the world first for ScrewFix to be we're the world's first for tinting. So we do make to order. And so when you order on screwfix.com, you can literally order it. We make it the next day or same day if you order before 11, and then it's shipped to your door for the next morning. And if you order after 11, it's the following morning. So if you order on Monday, it's on your site for Tuesday or Wednesday latest. And it gives us the opportunity to bring to the thing. So we are a premium product. So we're normally priced at $49.99. And for a 5 litre, we're $75.99. But then we also have our new competitively priced as well, which is slightly lower at $39.99 and $59.99. So, you know, a really high quality paint, benchmarked against company like industry leaders, and we made sure that we are beating them on all aspects of characteristics and making sure that you can use the product and have a great finish overall.
I'm behind the camera, you can hear me. If you've seen my last video, I'm going to talk about the opacity of the LickPro paint was phenomenal. If you saw that video, you saw how one coat, I'm not saying I would get away with covering for one, but 2 coats, there was no issue that it needed a third. And we talk about a premium high quality paint. I'm going to spin round 1, 2, 3. We talk about high quality paints, and there's certain brands that they are on the higher quality, but we're needing extra coats to get coverage. And as a professional painter and decorator, that is very frustrating. Whereas I have to say, I've never had any problem with the LickPro. I wonder why. I'll put that back to Charlie.
I think, yeah, well said. I mean, we do not cut our formula. We make sure it's there for the decorator and that you're getting what you paid for. We know that you want to be there in 2 coats because your time is money. If you're adding that 3rd coat, it could be an extra half day's work, it could be an extra day's work. And if you can get it on another job, and you're getting more money in your pocket, it's a better day for you. So we've designed it so that you can apply it in a day, get your 2nd coat on, and your job's done in a day. But yeah, it's super highly pigmented colours, and as Phil said, you could get away with 1 coat, but as a professional decorator, so you know, we always do 2. That gives you, guarantees your class 1 scrub rating, and it lets you have the best finish for your customer.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Charlie. Brilliant.
No
Thank you for that. Cheers.
Thank you.
Right, we're here with the lovely Emma. She is the colour mixing consultant, technician, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to let her work her magic in inputting a few numbers on a keyboard that looks like what my lad does for gaming on Fortnite, onto a screen, and we get some drips of bits and pieces out of there to give us the colours that we want. So over to the lovely Emma, and she can do the talkie-talkie and walk us through the process.
Hello, so today we're going to tint our LickPro Max Plus 1 litre. We're going to tint this Orange 05, which is my favourite colour. So first you're going to pop this in here, raise the bed until it's at the top. Now I know that the code is 735 TM, so I'm going to pop that in the formula. You will see Orange 05, base B, which is what we've got. You press F2 to dispense the colorant and F5 for the label. This is where you call it a blooper. Charlie, you're making me look stupid on camera. So there's our colorant. Just going to pop a label on the back here.
Oh, that could be for Remembrance Day, couldn't it? A poppy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Sure what you meant there, but yeah, it's nice. I'm just going to hand this over to my glamorous assistant, Charlie. He's just going to put the lid on for me. Yeah.
You've not got your MVQ for lid extraction and
Not yet.
putting back on.
And I can't ruin my nails.
Yeah, it's the nails.
Yeah. Don't get too close. They've grown out of it. Then you pop it into the Dromont mixer. He's a good assistant, isn't he?
Yeah. And how long does it go in the mixer for?
Just a minute.
Only a minute.
Only a minute. So for a 1 litre we do a minute, for a 2.5 we do a minute and a half, and for a 5 litres 2 minutes.
Right.
Oh, she's almost ready. Oh, she's ready.
Voila.
Oh, that was good.
For the reveal.
Right.
And there we have it.
Wow.
She's beautiful. She is Orange 05 and she's available on ScrewFix.
Can you just repeat that? Where is she available?
ScrewFix.
ScrewFix. Because where are we?
ScrewFix Live 2024.
Right, I'm over at the Erbauer stand. Now, if you've seen the video there, the Erbauer HVLP sprayer is one of my best viewed videos on YouTube. Now, it's over 40,000 views in 12 months, and that's pretty good going for me. So I'm over at Erbauer, hoping to see the spray equipment that they've got, and they've not got any spray equipment. So I'm over with Greg. He's going to show us some products that they have got, seeing as they've not got the sprayers. Probably products that the decorator would be very interested in, because we all like a good drill and we all like a good, I think you can see it there, vacuum cleaner, cordless. So over to Greg, and let's see what he's got to say for himself.
Hey guys, how are we going on? I'm Greg, I'm one of the Erbauer product trainers here to do some demonstrations for Erbauer today. What I picked out for you is one in building impact drivers, because I mean, something that a lot of us use all the freaking time. So we have our sort of standard impact driver here, which does what you expect it to do, right? Where easily drive through the wood here with the screw, but gives us that usual sort of ratcheting noise that we've come to expect. Whether we want to love that or not is a different matter entirely. So, well, the other offers that we have here is with our oil pulse impact driver, which is our slightly chunkier one here. But what you'll find when we actually then get into using it is the quietness for the same performance. In fact, same performance is better performance. We actually get an extra 10 newton meters of torque out of our oil pulse one. Far quieter, far smoother device. So our standard impact at about $59.99 for a bare unit, and then our oil pulse impact is at $79.99 for a bare unit. So gives you a choice of either of those, nice and easy. And as you guys have kind of requested it, really, we then also have our nice little hoover. So we're just tidying up little bits of stuff around the edges or your workspace. Then you can have a nice little hoover that all runs on the same EXT battery set as well.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much, Greg.
No problem at all.
We've had a bit of a laugh about no sprayer on site here, but there are other products that clearly are suitable for a decorator. Now, there's probably multi-tool cutters, and yeah, we've got those. Now, as a decorator, and there's a lot of multi-skilled decorators out there that are doing other jobs, other trades, we go for these sorts of things, don't we? We also buy these as well as paintbrushes and sanders and things like that. So what you can get at ScrewFix are all the stuff that's on show here on the Erbauer stand. And really, that's why I've come down today, to actually show people what is available through ScrewFix, and also what a decorator might be wanting as much as a paintbrush and a roller scuttle.
Yeah, that's 100% it. I mean, you can read it online as to, oh, that's an oil pulse impact and that's a standard impact, but without actually being able to see and experience it,
yeah,
you don't quite get the idea of what it's actually doing.
Yeah, sorry, everybody gets onto me for talking over people. It's the hands-on experience that you're actually showing people what they can actually buy and feel the weight, and actually feel what the actual quality of the product is. Good. Thank you very much, Greg.
No problem at all. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. So we're just looking at these products that the Erbauer stand's got. Here's the multi-tool I was talking about. Very handy for a decorator when you've got chopping out or cutting off of things, particularly if you've got rotten wood. That's there. See it there. Saw cutters. And I think we've all come across a door that needs planing off, and a planer is always worthwhile having in the back of the van. Let's have a look at the main thing we probably all use. Hand sanders. Now, if you're not in the market for a Merker or a Festool, a hand sander is ideal, particularly when they're cordless and they're running off battery packs. And again, we're at ScrewFix Live, and these are all available through ScrewFix. Can't beat a hand sander. Right, so it's mid-afternoon and I'm still here. We're over at the OB1 stand at the ScrewFix Live event. Now, I've said these sets of videos that I'm doing today on day one I'm trying to touch on the products that are more decorator related. So OB1 has a product for us as a decorator, and it's a decorator's cork. Now, I've managed to coerce Greg into doing a bit of a talkie on this one so he can explain it better. So I'm going to swivel the camera around. You'll see Greg, he'll introduce himself, hopefully, and we'll get a little bit of an insight knowledge into what this product is that is ideal for the decorator. Right. Hello, Greg. I'm Phil. Nice to meet you. Away you go.
Hello. So yeah, obviously my name's Greg, one of the area sales managers for OB1. So today what we're going to look at, the OB1 Painter's Pal. So this is a hybrid sealant for glazing and joints. Really good product in terms of it's solvent free, it's flexible, so really good for sealing things like down the top of skirting boards on stairs, anything around door frames, if you need to maybe seal around the back of wardrobes, anything where it's going to have like kind of vibration, where potentially cork was going to split and crack, then this is the one for you. With it being that flexible, obviously as you're moving up and down stairs a lot, obviously it's moving, hence why the cracking happens with the cork generally. So this is a good alternative. It's paintable as well. And yeah, obviously you can use it for a few other things as well, and you can apply it internally and externally. Yeah, so really use this, job done.
Brilliant. Thank you, Greg. When you say internal, external for painting over, what's your drying or curing time? What period of time before you can actually paint over it, and what time does it take to actually set up and be as a solid product?
Yeah, so I mean, it's like anything. It obviously depends how thick your bead is and what the atmosphere that you're putting it into, really. But, you know, you're talking probably, you know, you put it on probably about 4 hours. Obviously, before you do any sort of painting, obviously testing a conspicuous area first. You know, but yeah, I mean, like I said, that all down, you know, especially if you're applying it, you might be applying it outdoors on certain areas, which the curing time may be a little bit longer. So, you know, like anything, check it first. But yeah, you're looking about 4 hours. So yeah, it retails probably around about the £10 mark, this. So yeah, it's available. Obviously, have a look online. Have a look on our website, OB1 Original, and it'll give you all the product information and the technical data on there.
Just out of interest, is it available through ScrewFix?
I'm not sure whether it's available through ScrewFix yet, but it is probably something that we're going to be looking at with ScrewFix.
Because this is a new product to me,
yeah,
so
it's a new, yeah.
That's why I'm asking the question.
Absolutely, yeah. So obviously there is a few products here that are kind of new, ready to kind of launch and things like that. So yeah, it's one to look out for. Keep an eye out, and yeah, go from there.
That's good. Thank you very much, Greg. Just still wandering around. I've stumbled across, probably that's the wrong word, I've come across the Snickers workwear stand. Now, I know there's a lot of multi-trade decorators out there that like the Ninja Warrior look. I'm a traditional painter and decorator. You know what I'm going to say. I like a white overall workwear, trousers, and bib and brace. Now, I've spoke to Ben. Clearly, they've got an abundance of varying workwear for different trades. Unfortunately, today, they've not got their range of workwear for the decorator. But that's not said that you can't get Snickers to do the white trousers and the white like bib and brace sort of workwear. So here today, Ben's just going to tell us what he's got on stand. We've got the hard toe, you know, what do you call them? Steel toe cap shoes.
Yeah, safety shoes. So we don't use steel, yeah.
We've got all things like that, and we've got the jackets, the hoodies, and the fleeces, and the keep warm base layer stuff. So let just Ben tell you what you've got. I'm not looking at this stand as a decorator stand, but Snickers do some white decorator trousers that you can actually order through them. So over to Ben. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, so you can see today we've got our range of work trousers. So depending on the trade that you're working in, everything we use a stretch, because obviously that gives you the added comfort. At Snickers Workwear, we're all about comfort, functionality and features. So our trousers, that's the ethos and the main DNA, shall we say, behind that. And then the topwear, same kind of thing. It's comfort, it's durability, functionality. You'll see a lot of the range here is available in white, but it's not specifically designed for painters and decorators.
We'll make that clear. I'm going to say this is another quality remembered long after price is forgot. And if you want to look the part, if you want to look professional, you've got to look the part with what you're actually wearing, don't you? So that's why I've come onto this stand, because we need to see what's out there. We don't all just want to have a cheap t-shirt that we've been given to us by paint manufacturers that probably wear out. Yeah, we use them as paint rags, don't we? We like to look smart on a job, command the respect that the decorator needs when we start going on to these high-end jobs that we're doing. Yeah. Oh, back over to Ben. I see we've got some knee pads. We do like knee pads.
Protection's huge.
Yeah.
You know, we have various styles. We partner with a company called D3O, which is all about impact resistance. So as you drop into your knees,
That's right.
It absorbs all that impact, so it doesn't go through to your kneecap.
Yeah.
You've got your standard foam knee pads, you know, belts, hammer holders. You know, we have a full range of accessories available. They're all attached to the trousers in the various pockets that are there, designed for them tools. So
I like
everything's thought about when we put it together.
I like it that your workwear's got that elasticity. Is that the word, elasticity? Yeah. That we can get stretch on it, that we are bending down, we are moving, we're up and down ladders, we're doing all that sort of movement, that we don't want something that's totally rigid and actually restricting us. It's very dangerous if you're in restrictive workwear. Particularly me, I still wear my overalls over a pair of trousers. So like I've got a pair of chinos on or a pair of jeans, I go 3 sizes bigger. So if I'm a 34-inch waist, I'll go to a 38 and I'll put it over the pair of trousers I've got, because the word is overall. And then at the end of the day, I can take them off, leave my overalls on the job, and I keep my van clean. So we do like to look the part, but I'm very impressed with the look of these sorts of things. I do like those. Do you call them base layer? Just
these are, so that's like an insulated jacket.
Insulated jacket, yeah.
Then there's the vest to match for those that don't want the restriction with the arms. You've got your standard classic t-shirts, you know, waterproof jackets, you know, there's a range there of, you know, the old tool vests people still like and love. So, yeah.
They're very smart. They're very smart. So, thank you very much for talking to me, Ben.
No worries, thanks very much.
Much appreciated. And as I say, they do a range of clothing that are white, not specifically for the decorator, but if you want to look the part, you want to wear white, don't you? Comment below. Carrying on walking around, I've come over to a very important stand, particularly if you're a painter and decorator. We do sanding. I know there's a lot of emphasis on dustless sanding, using the Mercus and the Festals and things with a dust extraction. So if you're doing spraying and sanding down by hand, it's good to actually wear a mask, isn't it? So I'm over at JSP. I've clocked Ian, who I've actually met before. He was in stealth mode at another trade show that we're at. But Ian is of JSP and they do dust masks. Now, they don't just do dust masks as in a basic filtration mask. They also do masks that are suitable for the paint sprayer. And us as decorators, we're elevating our game. We do HVLP spraying, we do airless spraying. Sometimes we're using paints that have got a little bit of a pungent smell to it, and it's nice to have a filtration in your mask that actually can take out that particle, the particles that could kill us. Right, so I'm going to pass you over to Ian, he can fill you in a little bit more with it. So 1, 2, 3, and the camera spins round.
Good afternoon. My name's Ian and I work for JSP, a UK manufacturer based in Oxfordshire, manufacturing all PPE for above the neck, covering head, hearing, respiratory and face. Today I'm going to be talking to you about one of our hero products on stand today, which is the Foresight half mask, ready fitted with P3 pressure check filters. The P3 is for fine dust and particulates, 99.9% efficiency. Within the bag, you will receive your half mask. Now the half mask is a very durable material. Comes in a small, wide, a medium and a large. Most common size and the preferred size here today is the medium, and the size is detailed just on the front of the mask there. Now the mask itself is very durable. You can go under your kitchen tap, giving it a good clean, getting in the seals. Maintaining this mask will last you some time. We've also got a Typhoon odor valve on the front. Again, that can be twisted off under your kitchen tap, again, cleaning out all the spores or the collections if needs be. Great feature of this product is the P3 pressure check filters, okay? We call them pressure check because you can squeeze the ends, eliminating the flow of air to come through the filters. When you're donning that mask, breathing in, feeling the secure fit which I'll demonstrate shortly, giving you the reassurance before you go into any environment that you as a user is going to be protected. The filters themselves have an hour on the mask itself, on the filter itself, and an hour on the half mask. Connect them up and twist them on like so. Now the filters have a usage of, on average, 42 hours, so it's a week's worth of usage. Now, you've got 3 indications when you need to change your filters, which I always recommend you keeping a check on. The first would be, if the filter's dirty and clogged up, common sense, change your filters. Your second one is, as you wear the mask to begin with, the flow of air is very natural, as we're breathing now. If you notice that it's becoming more restricted, change your filters. And your third indication, which is very important, just above the size guide, we've manufactured a weak spot. So as you're breathing in, it's becoming more restricted, this will start clinging in, twitching. You'll feel that, and if not, your oppo will notice it. Again, change your filters. Now, donning the mask, not only can you scan the QR code on your packaging, which will take you through to JSP guides online. This is a silent salesman. It's a platform that will give you the reassurance, not only talking about the product in your hand, but give you an overview of all categories that JSP manufacture, making sure that we're giving you reassurance that you're protected and selecting the correct product at all times. Now, I'll don the mask just briefly, but with all tight fitting, it must be important that I stress that you need to be cleanly shaven with tight fitting respiratory. If not, you're going to get leakages, which then open up the airwaves to be breathing in whatever environment that you're going to be working in, which we don't want. Now, as you can see, I'm not cleanly shaven, but you will see generally when I press the filters, when I've donned the mask, that I'm getting generally a rough squeeze on my face. That's giving me the reassurance that I am protected. First of all, cradle on the top of the head. Now, as I said, you do need to be cleanly shaven, and I'm not. But squeezing those filters, you did see a cling on my face. So before I go into the red zone, whatever environment that may be, I feel reassured that I'm going to be protected at all times. Now, at the beginning of this demonstration, I detailed that these are P3. So that's protection against fine dust and particulates. We have 2 other alternative filters that fit onto this mask, which is your A2 P3 and your ABEC 1 P3. Now, if I'm going to be working with gas or vapors, I would go with an A2 P3, okay? This is a combination filter, giving you the protection that you need for that environment. These filters also fit onto the half mask, as well as the Force 10 full face mask. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Brilliant, thank you very much. I know I'm going to be asked, what sort of price are we looking at for a kit and then the replacement cartridges for filtration?
Okay, so show deal price today is £26.95.
Yeah.
The usual price is £30.99. And with that, you get your half mask and your P3 filters, okay? We only do the ready fitted on the P3 with ScrewFix.
Yeah.
Your replacement filters are £11.93.
Yeah.
Okay? And then if you're going with the A2 P3, they are £35.93.
How long do they last as well then? Is that the same principle? Just monitor it, and if you're feeling a restriction on your airflow, iron breathing, you'd obviously look at changing them.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you very much, Ian.
Thank you.
Really interesting. Yeah, thank you. It's been here 6 hours and just come across the Toupret stand. Now, we're all familiar with that. Decorators like a good filler, a quality filler, one that you're not having to get loads of clouds of dust off. We like fillers that fill in one, don't we? Now, Toupret. They are the fillers that we need to be looking at. Now, I'm going to pass you over to AD. He's just going to give you let's call it a whistle-stop tour about the products that they've got. as I said earlier, I've said numerous times today, I'm trying to look at ScrewFix for the products that they've got for the decorator to use, that if you can't get it to a decorator centre, no doubt you can probably find a ScrewFix from somewhere. Now, if that ScrewFix has got quality, professional products, you're more likely to go there again to buy something else, aren't you? And if you can buy multiple things, your filling knives, your fillers, your paints. Over to Andy.
Right, so,
sorry, AD.
That's okay.
It's the same letters. I'm dyslexic. Have I told you that?
So, ScrewFix has got a really good range at the moment. So we've got it in rebounded. So the reds are your interiors, your orange colours on the band hair are your exteriors, the greens are your problem surfaces, like your moving fillers, your flexible fillers, and the browns are your wood fillers. We also got the grey ones here are your plasterboard finishes for your joint skimming fills, for your joints, skimming areas, and actually filling deeper holes. So we recommend the powder because it's 60% powder, 40% water, and it's got a joint agent in there. So we can give it the setting time is going to be 30 minutes, and we can give the time of painting. So you get the quick one, which is 3 hours, or the standard one could be 6 or 7 hours, depending on how deep you go. They were very easy to sand, so you've got lots and lots of holes. It sounds daft, but if you've even got a mechanical sander, you want it as easy as possible to sand. They don't flash and grin either. So which flashing and grinning is when your fillers are nice and set, you've sanded them down, then you've painted them, and you can see where they've been. They're either shiny or dull, it's sort of bled through or flashed through the paint. So that's another process you have to go through, like spot priming it or another couple of coats of paint. Well, ours don't do that, so that's another stage that you can cut out. So with the powder ones as well, it's not just holes and cracks, you can do shapings with it, so little cornices or a bit of rose petal falling off, you can actually repair with it because the setting time's quite quick. The ready mix ones are really good, they're only about 5 mil. It's for larger areas and you've got more of a working time, so it's not setting so quick, so it's good for your DIYers as well. So we've got the professional range, but a lot of DIYers tend to go to Toupret now, because they're getting a professional finish and sanding it down nicely without less effort. So it's coming on leaps and bounds. It's a great offers in ScrewFix at the moment as well. 50% off the plastering solutions and 30% off everything else.
Yeah. I was just talking to AD just off camera. We're talking about price, and we were saying that some people think things cost more, for actually when you work out. Let me come in screen. When you actually work out the actual outlay for the product that you're buying, be it filler, be it paint, if you're saving time, labour, materials on other things, that counterbalances the product that you're probably buying, that you're suddenly going, oh, do you know what, that's cost me a tenner and I can buy that other one for £5. Well, if you're using half the amount or can be twice as quick using that product than another product.
There's still fillers on the market, you sort of fill, then you have to refill because they shrunk.
Yeah.
Then you have to sand it, then you have to spot prime it, then you have to miscoat it, then you paint. 6 processes for one hole.
Yeah.
With Toupret, just fill, sand and paint. You've cut that labour time in half. So it's a lot easier than that way. Yeah. And plus, look, our 1 kg will last further than everyone else's 2 kg because it's not shrinking, you're not using as much in the same hole. Yeah. So they look at the price first, but overall,
it balances itself out to be actually a better product. Yeah, that's good. Well, thank you very much for talking to me, and onward and upward to the next stand. I'm putting my Keir Starman glasses back on because it makes me look more intelligent. So that's what I've done, and also I can see my screen a lot easier, i.e. looking at the lens. Now I'm over here with Anthony over at the Dow, do we call it sealant and mastic stand at ScrewFix Live, because I'm still at ScrewFix Live. So without further ado, Pew, Bonham, Grew, Cuthbert, Dibble and Grubb, I'm going to pass you into the capable hands of Anthony to actually explain the products that he's got that I'm trying to do today as the Decorators Day, and I'm going to come back tomorrow and we're going to look at general products that ScrewFix do. But with Anthony being here and it's getting to the end of the day, it's going quieter, I think we can touch base on a few of the products that they've got on the Dow stand. But I'll let Anthony actually do it because I'm only a painter. What do I know?
So, hi everyone. So I thought I'll start with, obviously, Dow 785 is probably one of the best known brands on the market for the silicons. Goes round nice round shower trays, your bathrooms, your kitchen areas. Doesn't mold, gets rid of the antibacterial. It's got a nice elasticity going around there, so you obviously get right tight in the corners. So it's one of the best products on the market. And just like Ron Seal, it does exactly what it says on the tube. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming today and supporting us at ScrewFix Live. We appreciate you visiting the stand. We'll be here all weekend. We've got some really good deals on it this weekend as well. You've got a box of 12 that basically you get for 3 for free. Give us a little sign. So when you buy a box for 12, you get it at £80.82, and you're basically going to get it free. So it's actually going to cost you for 9. And on top of the £80.82, you get your extra 10% off that ScrewFix are giving for you today. So come down, grab yourself a bargain, stock up on your 785, and thanks very much.
That's great, Anthony, but I'm just going to tell you now that this video is going out next week, and what we're going to do is, this is the 2024 show.
Yeah.
The 2025 show is a very similar concept, so deals are on all the time, but this is the deals that are happening now. So if you're watching this video because you've not been to ScrewFix Live before, you're actually watching it to actually see what you actually get when you're down here. There's deals to be had. And if you don't get a deal, there's always special offers on in ScrewFix anyway. So thank you very much, Anthony. Is there anything else you want to just touch on what you've got as a product?
Yeah,
we've got a clear stand, because it has been busy, and I've waited nearly till the end of the day to actually get on this stand, because it is a popular product, because a lot of people want to know about caulking up, clearly.
Yeah, we have a good paint, obviously, which is Painter's Mate, which is another good chalk. It's been around for a very long time, Painter's Mate. So it's one of our populars, and on top of that, we've got roofers, we've got mirror, and we've got plum flu as well. So they're part of our brand. We also have GeoSal, which is a really good adhesive, and we have the Works Pro X as well. So that is one of our highest, which goes underwater, can be applied wet and dry. So it's another good fixed unique product as well. Also on the Ron Seal side of things, at ScrewFix now, we do have the anti-mold paint, we have the damp seal, and then we also have the stain block in one coat as well. So these are new products for your problem walls that you've probably seen around. If you've got mold issues, or you've got damp in bathrooms or kitchens, or you're trying to get rid of any stains, these 3 products would be really useful in those areas of those problem walls that you might have at home. Then we go over to our Ron Seal, which we've got our decking oil, we've got our paint, and we've got our stain as well, and all types of different colours. With the decking, we also have some really good unique features there. We have got waterproof and weatherproof on it, smooth and surfaces, also slip resistant in some of the products as well. And then again, we've just launched our UVC paint as well. So if you have got white windows, you can now obviously get your paint out and paint them from white to whatever colour you choose as well.
Now, followers of the channel know I'm a bit of a sucker for painting UPVC and trying out paint, so I'm going to probably touch base with Anthony in the near future, try and get a sample few products like this, and let me try it out, because honest Phil, I'll tell it as it is. If I don't like it, I'll tell you. If I do like it, I'll tell you. So honesty is the key, isn't it? I'm not sponsored, I'm not promoting anything, there's no paid partnerships. I'm just Phil, the professional painter and decorator, try and paint paints out and products to help you if you're watching my channel. So thank you very much, Anthony. Off camera, let's have a talk about what I can get off you for free.
Definitely. We always have chosen to you for trying our products as well.
Thank you. Good, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're over on the V33 stand now, and hand on heart, I'd not heard of this company before. I've just spoke to Richard. He's just given me a bit of a background onto the products that they sell through, clearly, ScrewFix. So we've got Ricky, who knows a little bit more about the products than what I've just been told. He's going to talk us through the different products that they've got that are painter and decorator related. I think you'll be quite surprised on actually the products that they've got. But as I say, well, let's leave it to Ricky. He can explain it a bit more. 1, 2, 3, we move the camera around. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Right, Ricky, do you want to just talk us through what you've actually got, what your products are, probably who you are as well, if anybody doesn't know?
I'm Ricky. I head up the UK for V33. And what is V33? V33 renovate. We do products that can renovate your house. So basically, the products that we sell, you can transform the way your property looks, from your kitchen, your stairs, through to your bathrooms. So if we start at the kitchen, we do a cupboard and worktop paint. So where a lot of people do cupboard paint, where you can paint the cupboard doors, ours can actually cover a worktop as well. So the kitchen worktop, not only is it extremely durable with just 2 coats, but actually you can even put a varnish on top, which will then give it extra protection for all those knives that slip. But generally, even on the worktop or the cupboard, sorry, it is highly durable. The wall tile and paneling. Wall tile and paneling is made for your bathroom, high water and moisture resistant. Sorry. But again, with 2 coats, it completely covers your tiles. So it can completely refresh and make it look absolutely new. We also do a tile and grout pen, so you can actually touch it up afterwards and put it all through. We do a multi-surface paint, and you might think, well, what's the real point of that? Well, actually, it's a great product to just have around because it can touch up absolutely anything from aluminium to tiles to your kitchen worktops, absolutely everything. It's a little less resistant, but actually you can use it in a lot more places. You've got your floors and stairs, which can be used in very high footfall areas. Again, shows the durability of the product. Not only can it be used on your normal timber floorboards, but it can be used on laminate floor as well. Again, highly resistant, even on the stairs. We then have a radiator and household appliance. So whilst it can spray paint and paint your radiators, you can use it to even paint fridge freezers, anything.
Change the colour of your smeg.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not that you probably would, with the cost that they are, but you could if you really wanted to. All right. And then the exterior products. So we do an extensive range of exterior products from decking through to wood stains. Your decking product, starting with your decking stain, is a biosourced product. It's a biosourced, the first biosourced decking stain on the market in the UK. Highly resistant, hard wearing, anti-slip and quick dry.
What does biosourced mean?
So it's to do with the formula that makes up the product. So once you take out the water, all the ingredients that's left, a certain percentage of those need to be sourced from basically biosourced.
Does it mean it's more natural?
Exactly, yes. All right. So it is more natural. And it's a great product, hard wearing. You've got 2 decking oils. You've got a UV resistant decking oil, but then you do have the high performance. The high performance has your anti-slip. Again, very highly regarded products. The only other product is your decking paint. Now, this is one of the only products which has a 5-year guarantee for decking in the market. Yeah, and no one else can guarantee that strength. So again, and actually a highly resistant product.
Is the 5-year guarantee on the colour staying colour fast?
Yes.
Or
yeah,
the adhesion side of it as well?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, that's good.
It's an absolutely brilliant product.
And Ricky, do you need to do anything to your decking before you actually start the painting? Is it best to jet wash it? Do you use that? I'm trying to get you into this clean and revive.
You can use the clean and revive, scrub it down.
Yeah.
If it has already got a coating on it, it's always best to sand it slightly and bring it back to as much of the natural state as possible. And then really give it a scrub, clean it through. You can use our clean and decking reviver. Make sure it is thoroughly dried out.
I know as a decorator here, other decorators say they do this sort of work doing decking, and it's probably been a tannalised wood that's probably not had time to weather off, and they're actually painting onto new surfaces that probably shouldn't have been painted straight away.
Yes.
So that's interesting. Yeah, good.
Yeah. And we've got 2 wood stains. We've got a water-based 8-year wood stain, 8-year guarantee, highly durable, non-slip, non-drip formulation. Only needs 2 coats. and very quick drying. We do have a 12-year extreme protection, which is oil-based. It needs a bit longer to dry, but it lasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So absolutely brilliant product.
That's good. And again, that just goes on to bare surfaces.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So I say thank you, Ricky, for explaining those products. If you've not heard of V33 before, you obviously do hear about it now because it's on my channel. And check it out. Again, available through ScrewFix. I don't think there's any introductions needed on my Facebook friend, YouTube friend, it's Craig Phillips. We're of the age group that we do remember Big Brother. I said to him earlier, he's such a nice bloke. My wife says he's such a nice bloke, and that's why I won Big Brother. He's here today. I feel like we're bosom buddy mates. I don't know whether I can say bosom buddy mates, but we do speak, don't we?
We do
yeah,
speak.
We do
yeah,
speak.
we bump into each other regularly.
We do speak at shows. We also interact with each other on Facebook and YouTube and stuff, which is nice. And I'm here today. We're still at ScrewFix Live. It's coming to the end of the day. Craig gets mobbed. He gets signatures. I get the odd selfie being asked for, but Craig, proper signatures. I've managed to get in when the stand's quiet. We're on the Wagner, however you want to pronounce it, stand, which Craig's going to demo a bit of the products that they've got today. Also, if you remember, I'm going to point in that corner, French sheet paint. Do you remember how impressed I was with that French sheet paint? Who's the ambassador? We call you an ambassador for French sheet?
It must be Mr. and Mrs. DIY, I think, is
the ambassadors. If you've not seen that paint, don't underestimate that paint there. You'll be surprised. But over to Craig. He's good with the camera. I'm not a natural on camera. Craig is, and I'll leave him do the talking and
thank you very much, Phil. It's always great to see me old mate Phil here. He's busy as ever. But I wanted to introduce you to Wagner's brand new W600. It's a universal paint sprayer, but guess what? It is cordless. Look, it's powered by a Bosch 18-volt battery. Slips in, really easy to control. These cordless units comes with a turbine and 2 different reservoirs. 800ml reservoir, click, connect, any paints, any colours, any brands. And as Phil mentioned earlier, I've used my Frenchy chalk and mineral paint in this, but you can put primer, undercoat, gloss, eggshell, satin, wood preservatives, lacquers, varnishes, treatment, samurai paints, anything you want will go inside these. But you'd also get a larger reservoir with it. That is for your emulsion paints only. So emulsion and masonry paint, smooth masonry paint, and they can be painted on your walls and ceilings. But let me give you a demonstration of this cordless one. And also, we haven't got it set up yet, and I'm showing you it here first. Yeah, it's the backpack version of it. I don't even think it's for sale yet, is it? No, so I shouldn't be showing you. Don't tell anyone about it. But very soon, Wagner will have this backpack where you put your paint in it, you put your battery in it, you're totally mobile, and you can go around and spray everything that you'd normally spray with your universal paint sprayer. But Phil, come a little bit closer. I want to show you this bad boy in action. Turn them on. Turn them off. Turn the nozzle and you can go left to right. It really is as quick and as easy as that to use. The W600 Universal Paint Sprayer from Wagner.
That's brilliant, Craig. Now, I'm going to interject, 'cause I'm trying my best not to talk over people when they're doing the demos and stuff. Now, as a paint sprayer, painter and decorator, there's always that question mark about battery-operated sprayers and being powerful enough. Now, I've watched Craig do that. Now, a good indication to a good sprayer and a good mix of paint is how soft the edges are when you start spraying. Now, if you saw it...
Have a close look, yeah.
Yeah. As the spray went down, you've got a soft edge going, and you do a 50-50 overlap, and...
Yep. That'll dry pretty much flat, that. You wouldn't get any blemishes in it once it's dry.
You will see a slight orange peely stipple effect that is because it's wet. Once that dries, that flattens off. Now, this is what you want with spray equipment. And that, as a battery operator, I'm going to say to you again, I've mentioned it before, you get what you pay for. Quality remembered long after price is forgot. If you're looking on the internet and you're seeing a paint spray with a battery and you're paying 25 quid for it, it might work once, it might work twice, but you won't.
Don't waste your money, no.
Yeah, it's
you pay cheap, you buy twice.
Can't say any better than that. So that is, you get what you pay for. And I'm really interested in
this one down here.
Did somebody say they're sending me one of these to try out on my YouTube channel?
So basically, this is how it works. You've got your backpack, clips on like that. There you go. Shoulder holsters into position. The unit itself can fill up with paint. How long's the hose, Imran?
5 meters.
5 meters or so on the actual hose itself. So this allows you to obviously work up and down ladders if you feel safe enough to do so, platforms, scaffolding, or even just walking up and down the garden, doing your fence panels inside, up and down the stairs, etc. Everything is all there, and it's very, very comfortable, easy to use. I personally haven't even had a go of it yet, so you're seeing it here for the very first time.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Craig.
My pleasure. Thanks,
you.
everyone. See you soon.
Thank you.
Cheers.
We're still on the Wagner stand. You've just had a quick demo with Craig Phillips, the main man, showing you the spray equipment, but we're now with Imran, and he's going to actually show us what is actually on the stand, because, as I said earlier, it was very busy and now it's gone quiet. We can actually have a walk through and see what they've actually got for sale. But again, I'm going to say, guess where we are? We're at ScrewFix.
Yeah.
Over to you, Imran.
Hello, everyone. So welcome to ScrewFix Live. It's Imran here from Wagner, and we have some great products coming in here. We're excited to launch our cordless unit, which is this one here. This is the new cordless unit, which is just recently launched on ScrewFix Live at ScrewFix about 8 weeks ago. Exceptional product, all-in-one universal sprayer for you guys to use it in your home and in your garden. We've now got also we're also demonstrating the airless sprayers. So we've got one section where we've got all the airless systems there. So if you wanted to do your full house refurbishment, brand new plastered, a whole refurbished house painted, then airless sprayers are there as well for you guys to come in and have a look and have a go at them. So we would like to, of course, invite you guys to come over to our stand, come and have a go. It's lovely to use it. Have a go on the sprayers if you wanted to. Ideal for all sort of jobs for your home and your gardens.
Good, thank you very much. I'm going to ask a question because Craig didn't mention it.
Yeah.
Do you get different spray setup tips with that? Is there an orifice size of a 1.8, a 2.2?
On this one, yes.
Do they just come with one, or do they come with a couple?
On this one, the actual product comes with 2 guns. One is for, which is this one. This is for all your wood and metal materials, and then you get another one which is for all your emulsion paints, basically. So you're fully covered basically by Wagner for your home and your garden.
Yeah, because Craig mentioned about when you've got the bigger pot, that's for your emulsions, and I thought, I wonder if that's because the orifice spray tip, let's call it the spray tip, the orifice size is slightly different.
I'll show you the difference basically. Yeah. So this is for all your emulsion works, and you can see the nozzle is slotted nozzle on it, straight, flat nozzle, whereas on this one, the nozzle is round.
So, that's brilliant. Yeah, that's clear. That
basically round nozzle, and it's also telling you on the actual gun as well. Yeah. You can see the wood sign here, and on this one you can see the sign which is showing you a window on walls. So that's for all your walls and ceilings. Yeah. And this is for all your wood and metal work.
That's brilliant.
So you've got 2 attachments included in the box.
Yeah.
And basically now this is a cordless unit, so makes your life much easier to go around your garden, to go around not needing a long extension cable to do your shed or to your decking as well.
And you can use multiple batteries with that, so if it runs out, you could just swap to another, and while you're still working, you can charge the other.
You can put one on the charge while you're using the other one. Yeah. I mean, this will last you, depending on what sort of paint you're using, it could be anything between 12, 13 minutes to all the way to 30 minutes as well, depending on how thin the paint is, how thick the paint is, how much power you're using on top. Yeah. So it varies depending on the paint and the power you're using. But also, you know, the maneuverability is much easier now. You don't have to have a long extension cable to go all the way to the end of the garden. You can just use it without putting the cables out. It's click and paint.
I know where you go. I would probably say that these sorts of spray guns are for smaller projects. If you're going to think you're going to buy that because you've got a new build or an extension and you want to be miscoating, that's where you go over to these proper,
the airless units.
The airless units.
Yeah.
If you've got smaller stuff that you say, I've got a door, a frame, I've got a window and some skirting, let me tell you, the time saving, don't think that battery's not going to last long enough, because you'll probably be around that room in 10 minutes. And if you've got 15 minutes to probably half an hour's worth of use, depending on your paint, you've got plenty of time to go around your room with
we
that.
always say that if you wanted to do your fences with that, that's less than 2 minutes per fence. So even if it lasts you 10 minutes, that's 5 fences done in one go. And then you do the 5 fences on the other side. So still, you know, this will cover you for a long time. Life for life, basically.
Are we going to say,
Imran,
the battery is the way forward?
It is, yes, 100%. We're coming up with loads of cordless units. You can see them here. They're all available soon. We've got a heat gun available now on cordless. We've got the sprayer available on cordless. We've got the new airless coming soon as well, which is your backpack. That's coming soon as well on cordless as well. It's available now, almost, but soon to be at ScrewFix as well. And then we're coming up with another product called Levaro, which is your patio cleaner, let's say. It collects all your dust and all your muck from the patio, basically. And it's got rotating brushes on the bottom. So that's also cordless as well. Cordless is the way forward, yes, definitely.
I wish I'd seen that, because as a decorator, there are instances, we don't always do it, but we need to burn off some woodwork. If you've got a battery-powered, let's call it a heat lamp.
Heat gun.
How good's that? We're traditionalists. We've got a Calagas bottle with a hose and a proper torch at the end of it. If you've got something like that, look at the versatility of where you can actually get with that you can't normally get with.
That helps with drying as well. So
helps with drying.
If you're trying to dry something quicker, you can use that to dry stuff.
Brilliant. We're not on about drying the car off. We're on about drying woodwork off, drying for painting. Thank you very much, Imran. That was good insight. Thank you very much.
Good to be with you.
Thank you as well. Cheers. So that's day one of ScrewFix Live over. Now it's on for a Friday, a Saturday and a Sunday. I plan on coming back tomorrow morning and spending a bit of time on the stands that aren't so much painting and decorating related, so I can give you a bit of an insight of what actually happens at a ScrewFix Live event. Now, we all know ScrewFix have got a really thick catalogue of products, so a lot of their product manufacturers, suppliers are actually at this event. So I thought it's only right to actually go back and have a look at some of the different products that are out there that might be of interest to you, and also if you're wanting to know what is actually at ScrewFix Live. So please watch the videos at the end. There might be something of interest to you there as well. Thanks for watching.